Is this the moment Bitcoin changes the financial world forever? The digital titan is stirring, hinting at a surge that could redefine wealth and power. Dismissed by many as a fad, Bitcoin now commands the attention of the world's top financial minds. The data, the charts, and the whispers all point to one thing: something big is coming fast. This isn't just another rally, it's a paradigm shift, and you're here to witness it. Investors feel the tension. Every headline adds fuel to the fire. We've seen Bitcoin's power before, but what's coming could eclipse it all. The convergence of global economics, tech, and public perception is creating the perfect storm. The question isn't if Bitcoin will move, but how high it will soar. Buckle up, the journey into the banana zone is about to begin. Before we dive into the charts, let's set the stage. The market has just emerged from a period of calm. Smart money has been quietly accumulating. Beneath the surface, momentum is building for a spectacular push upward. Unlike past bull runs driven by hype, this wave is powered by institutional giants and regulatory clarity. Wall Street, pension funds, and corporations are adding Bitcoin to their balance sheets. This isn't a trend, it's a fundamental re-evaluation of Bitcoin's role in global finance. The stage is set, the actors are in place, and the script is written by macro forces and innovation. All that's left is for the curtain to rise. What do you think will trigger Bitcoin's next all-time high? Drop your predictions in the comments now. Let's dive into the core analysis. To understand what's next, we must look back. Every major Bitcoin bull run has followed a quiet sideways phase, just like now. After each peak and correction, the market slumbers, attention fades, and only the believers remain. This is the launch pad for explosive growth. Today's calm mirrors the past, but the fundamentals are stronger than ever. We now have regulated futures, institutional custody, and spot Bitcoin ETFs. These changes have opened the floodgates for institutional capital. The halving cycle has just triggered another supply shock. The patterns are aligning and the evidence points in one direction. History is rhyming and the next move could be historic. During these quiet periods, smart money is at work. Institutions and whales accumulate Bitcoin, moving coins off exchanges into cold storage. This signals strong conviction and drains the available supply. Public companies and even nations are adding Bitcoin to their treasuries. MicroStrategy leads the way, treating Bitcoin as a primary reserve asset. This institutional accumulation builds a solid price floor and legitimacy. It's like laying the foundation for a skyscraper. The base must be strong before the surge. Every coin held long-term is one less for the frenzy ahead. This process sets the stage for explosive, sustained growth. The next rally will be built on a deep supply-demand imbalance. Bitcoin's market is like a compressed spring, ready to explode. Low volatility signals a massive move is imminent. The network's hash rate is at all-time highs, showing miner confidence. Billions are being invested in mining infrastructure. Open interest in futures and options is rising with healthy, non-frothy funding rates. The market is maturing, with sophisticated players positioning for a sustained trend. Long-term holders are at record levels, refusing to sell. Institutional accumulation and shrinking exchange balances tighten supply. Every indicator points to a major expansion. The only question left: when will the spring be released? For years, crypto was the outsider, ignored by Wall Street. But now, the world's biggest financial giants, BlackRock, Fidelity, Franklin Templeton, are all in, pouring trillions into Bitcoin. The launch of spot Bitcoin ETFs changed everything, opening the floodgates for institutional money. Bitcoin is now a legitimate, investable asset. The institutional era has begun. As governments print more money, inflation quietly erodes our savings. For centuries, gold was the go-to hedge. Now, Bitcoin, with its fixed supply of 21 million, offers a digital alternative. Immune to policy changes, Bitcoin is becoming the new store of value for those seeking protection from endless money printing. In a world of rising chaos and uncertainty, people everywhere are searching for a safe haven for their wealth. Bitcoin offers a global, decentralized, and censorship-resistant alternative, accessible anywhere, not controlled by any government. For many facing economic instability, Bitcoin is more than an investment. It's a tool for financial freedom and security. As uncertainty grows, so does the appeal of Bitcoin as a safe haven. While the institutional adoption and macroeconomic narratives are incredibly powerful, we really cannot forget the relentless pace of innovation that is happening within the Bitcoin ecosystem itself. For a long time, the primary use case for Bitcoin was simply as a store of value, a kind of digital gold. But that is rapidly changing. A renaissance of development is unlocking new layers of functionality on top of the Bitcoin network, expanding its utility far beyond just holding and transferring value. This technological evolution is opening up new frontiers for what Bitcoin can be and what it can do, creating, honestly, entirely new sources of demand and excitement for the original cryptocurrency. One of the most exciting developments is the rise of the Lightning Network. This is a Layer 2 solution built on top of Bitcoin that enables near-instantaneous, incredibly low-cost transactions. This technology is solving Bitcoin's historical scalability challenges, making it a viable medium of exchange for everyday payments, from buying a coffee to sending micropayments online. As the Lightning Network grows and becomes more user-friendly, it transforms Bitcoin from a slow, expensive settlement layer into a truly global peer-to-peer payment network, dramatically expanding its total addressable market and its utility for billions of people around the world. Furthermore, recent innovations like ordinals and runes have unlocked the ability to create NFTs and other tokenized assets directly on the Bitcoin blockchain. While controversial to some purists, this development has ignited a new wave of creativity and activity on the network. It has brought a surge of new users, developers, and transaction volume to Bitcoin, creating a vibrant ecosystem of digital collectibles and new financial applications. This really proves that the Bitcoin blockchain is not a static relic, but a dynamic and evolving platform that can adapt and host new forms of digital value, much like Ethereum and other smart contract platforms. This explosion of innovation is fundamentally reshaping the narrative around Bitcoin. It is no longer just a passive, inert store of value. It is now a bustling, dynamic ecosystem with its own burgeoning digital economy. This attracts a new demographic of users and developers who are excited by the technological possibilities, not just the investment case. This internal fire of innovation, combined with the external pressures of institutional adoption and macroeconomic uncertainty, creates a powerful, multifaceted engine for growth. Bitcoin is evolving, and this evolution is ensuring it remains the most relevant, secure, and exciting asset in the digital world. The approval of spot Bitcoin ETFs in the US is a seismic event, breaking the dam between traditional finance and digital assets. Now, institutional capital is pouring in, with billions flowing into Bitcoin in weeks. This ETF effect is just beginning, legitimizing Bitcoin for global investors and unlocking new waves of capital worldwide. The floodgates are open, and the future is being rewritten. The narrative surrounding corporate involvement with Bitcoin has undergone a radical transformation. What began with a few bold, pioneering companies like MicroStrategy is now evolving into a sophisticated and widely considered corporate strategy. At first, the idea of a publicly traded company holding a volatile asset like Bitcoin on its balance sheet was met with widespread skepticism from Wall Street analysts and shareholders. It was seen as an unnecessary risk, even a reckless gamble. However, the persistent advocacy and remarkable success of early adopters have forced the corporate world to reconsider its stance, shifting the conversation from "why would you" to "why wouldn't you?" And now, how should we do it? The primary driver for this shift is Bitcoin's proven performance as a treasury reserve asset. In an era of persistent inflation and low-yielding bonds, corporate treasurers are under immense pressure to protect the purchasing power of their company's cash reserves. Holding large amounts of cash is a guaranteed loss in real terms. Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy provided the world with a compelling case study, demonstrating how allocating to Bitcoin could not only preserve but dramatically enhance shareholder value over time. Their strategy has effectively turned the company into a leveraged play on Bitcoin, and its stock performance has forced every other CFO to at least study the playbook and consider its merits. We're now seeing the emergence of a more nuanced and diverse approach to corporate Bitcoin adoption. It's no longer just about using it as a primary treasury reserve. Companies are beginning to explore other avenues, such as accepting Bitcoin for payments to tap into a new tech-savvy customer base. Others are integrating Bitcoin mining into their operations, particularly in the energy sector, to monetize stranded or excess energy. Some are even using Bitcoin as collateral to secure more favorable financing terms. This diversification of use cases shows a maturing understanding of Bitcoin's multifaceted nature, moving beyond a simple store of value to a versatile financial tool for the modern corporation. This trend creates a powerful feedback loop. As more reputable companies announce their Bitcoin strategies, it further de-risks the decision for their peers, creating a snowball effect of corporate adoption. Each new announcement, whether from a small tech startup or a Fortune 500 giant, adds another layer of legitimacy and introduces a new source of non-speculative demand into the market. This corporate buying is sticky. It's not intended for a quick flip, but is part of a long-term strategic vision. This slow and steady absorption of supply by the corporate world is a quiet but immensely powerful force, methodically building a higher price floor for Bitcoin. Once seen as risky and controversial, Bitcoin is now gaining mainstream acceptance and legitimacy. Public perception is shifting, and governments are moving from fear to cautious engagement. Clearer regulations are emerging worldwide, paving the way for mass adoption and a new era of growth. The future of Bitcoin is being built on public acceptance and regulatory support. Bitcoin's legendary volatility is the price of admission to a new asset class. The wild swings can be unnerving, but they're part of the journey. With a long-term mindset and responsible investing, volatility becomes an opportunity, not a threat. For those with courage and patience, the destination may be worth the ride. Bitcoin offers what's called asymmetric upside. Your maximum loss is your initial investment, but the potential reward is uncapped. As Bitcoin challenges gold as a store of value, its market cap could multiply many times over. This rare risk-reward profile has created generational wealth for early adopters, and the opportunity still exists today for those willing to take the leap. The road ahead for Bitcoin is marked by key milestones: global ETF approvals, corporate and nation-state adoption, technological advances like the Lightning Network, and regulatory clarity. Each milestone unlocks new potential, driving Bitcoin further into the mainstream and closer to its ultimate promise. Bitcoin's next move could be explosive, but the real story is you, the passionate community driving this forward. So if Bitcoin hits a new all-time high, what's your game plan? Will you take profits, hold for the long term, or try something else, though? Share your strategy in the comments below. The crypto community is a vibrant mix of analysts, traders, and long-term believers, each sharing unique insights. By listening to these voices, we gain a deeper understanding of the market. Challenge your assumptions, learn from others, and contribute to the conversation. Together, we navigate this exciting digital frontier, stronger and wiser as one. We stand at a genuine inflection point in financial history. Bitcoin, once a fringe idea, is now a central player, bridging the old world of centralized control and the new world of decentralized empowerment. The foundations have been laid, and the structure is rising. The opportunity is immense, and the most exciting chapters are still to come. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a final powerful thought. You are not just a passive observer of this incredible phenomenon. You are an active participant with a front-row seat to financial history in the making. The decisions you make in the coming weeks and months could have a lasting impact on your financial future. This is a time for education, for strategic thinking, and for conviction. The story of Bitcoin is still in its early innings, and you have the opportunity to be a part of it. I sincerely hope this analysis has provided you with value, clarity, and a renewed sense of excitement for what lies ahead in this dynamic and revolutionary space. The future of finance is unfolding before our very eyes. Thank you for joining me on this deep dive into what could be Bitcoin's most significant chapter yet. Your time and attention are the most valuable assets you have, and I am grateful you chose to spend them here. If you found this information helpful and inspiring, please help support the channel by hitting that like button. Let's share this message far and wide. Send this video to a friend or family member who needs to understand the magnitude of what is happening. The more people we can educate, the stronger this community becomes, and the more robust the network grows. Your engagement makes all the difference in the world. Most importantly, the conversation does not end here. I want to hear your final thoughts, your biggest takeaways, and your predictions for the road ahead. The comments section is our community's forum, a place for us to share ideas, challenge perspectives, and learn from one another. So please take a moment to leave a comment below and become part of this ongoing dialogue. Your insights are what make this channel a vibrant and intelligent place for discussion. And I make sure to read as many of them as I possibly can. Let's continue to build this incredible community together. Finally, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe to the channel and crucially click that notification bell. The market moves fast and you do not want to miss the next critical update as this story continues to develop. We will be here every step of the way, tracking the charts, analyzing the news, and keeping you ahead of the curve. The journey into the banana zone has begun, and a world of opportunity awaits. Stay informed, stay curious, and I will see you in the next video.